Hi, I'm Shane Steele, VP of Global Marketing for Yahoo, and I'm here at the beautiful Carlton Terrace in Cannes, France. And I'm with Lincoln Bjorkman, who's the Chief Creative Officer of Digitas North America. Great to see you.
Thank you. Great to be here.
And by the way, congratulations on your promotion.
Thank you very much.
And love to see that you got the memo about the white.
Hey, we're in Cannes, baby. That's what we gotta do.
So, speaking of that, wanted to find out from you, what brings you here this week? What are you looking to get out of Cannes, and how is it different this year from years past?
Great. Loaded question. Like everyone here, we're looking for inspiration. That's probably the best part. As a creative guy, you come here and you go back to work on Monday, and I think you're a little freaked out. You're a little bit shocked and awed, and you want to go back and reinvigorate everyone you're working with to say, okay, we need to up the ante. We got to collaborate more. I met so and so and so and so. We're doing this. We're doing that. Great. And then after that initial thing happens, you do settle down and say, okay, there are a few themes that emerge. One is, everyone calls it the blur maybe, but it's funny at Cannes you have all these different categories. And I think one of the biggest buzz points here is, are these categories even working anymore? Everyone is so, cross-pollinating and trying to work in so many different channels at once, quite rightly. And there really is something to trying to bring it all together. And, there's been a lot of talk from you, I've heard it about, still a lot of art. It's creative, it's very dear to us. We want the art of it all. And yet, the tech of it all, we're all carrying all our things and saying the tech is so critical. But by Wednesday, I'll be with my clients, and it's like, yeah, but what about the reach? Are you really going to get out there? Can you scale what you're doing for my brand so I get the results that are so critical? And, I think the best work here, as usual, either is just beautiful as it stands, but some of the most compelling work we've seen here really is merging it all together. Great art, great tech, in the digital space especially, and you can see it's going to have reach. It's not a one-off, it's not isolated, it really does expand and go. That's what gets us all fired up.
I don't know if you saw yesterday, but we had Yahoo's panel where Ben Stiller and our CMO Lisa Steele were on stage, and there was a little bit of a dialogue or debate around this idea of storytelling and whether or not involving users in the storytelling process is something that's working, particularly in the idea of filmmaking, because Ben Stiller representing the filmmaking side of it, but also in the ad space. What are your thoughts on that?
You can't stop it, whether you like it or not, whether you care to acknowledge it or not. Users are involved. Digital fandom alone. I think every filmmaker knows if you want to break a film big, if that opening weekend is going to be a major opening weekend, you better involve your fan base, that audience, and those users. If you're in an art form, television, episodic web content, and you want to live, you want to have that that long tail, that long story, to ignore users is to I think is to fail. And at the most extreme end, shows starting back with Star Trek back in the day before online, ending maybe with Lost right now or Heroes. If you don't have a passionate fan base, I think X-Files was one of the first ones that really made the internet really show its strength. Users can drive everything. They can build an audience. They can build a more passionate fan base. They can influence the storyline. They can influence the casting. And I think that's why Will Ferrell's doing Funny or Die. He wants a more intimate connection with an audience. It came
up a lot yesterday as well.
It's like there's only one reason you do that, because you want a more intimate relationship with your users, your fans, and even your haters. It's like, but if you're going to play today, to not engage, not really employ all the whack of digital fandom, to me, you're not playing. And and especially wait 1 or 2 more years. I think it's only going to be more key. I think that's why Ben Stiller, I think he instinctively understands. Such a great talent, but I think he, like a lot of his peers, especially in comedy, I don't know if it's appropriate or not, but comedy and porn, they both get it. They really understand. Okay, right, but talk about a passionate user base, right? And big consumers of the content and their various art forms, if you will. But to not engage your users in a manner that stimulates them and works for them, and then I'll stop. You're truly missing something, and I think everyone gets it. Those who don't will be left behind.
Passionately agree. So you've heard a little bit about our new Yahoo trade advertising campaign, which we're launching here in Cannes this week. And it's all about this idea of science plus art plus scale, and that combination of those three things being critical for advertisers. Do you agree with that? Does that resonate? Do you see those three things as being critical, and why?
You make it sound easy. Of course I agree, and I would also like, hydrogen fuel for cars. It sounds great, and cold fusion would be good too. But yes, of course, I agree, and I think, if you lay it out like that, it started with art, especially I think here. Then a lot more science got involved, and I think everyone now wrestles. Anyone who works with big brands, especially, recognizes not to scale is to leave a lot on the table. I think users expect it. If you're going to play in a global audience, how can you not think about scale? If you're only thinking US-centric, you're missing it up. Think of the mobile space, so critical to all of us. Most of the world is getting their internet access through the mobile space. So if you're not thinking of scale, you're literally, disenfranchising, a very, lucrative, important, critical audience that, not only brand building, but it's going to drive your sales, drive your end goals. And if it were easy, everybody would do it. I think we are all wrestling, whether you're the entertainment side, the brand side. Scale is really, really a challenge. I used to think art was the hard part. I think scale is the hard part, and no joke is where a Yahoo comes in. There's some significant players who I think own scale, and it's I think it's my job to say, okay, how do I bring the art and the science and partner with you so that we can all have global domination and make things go the right way.
I love it. Global domination, great way to end. Thank you so much for your time.
My pleasure. Thank you for having me.
Enjoy the rest of the week.
All right, you too.
Thanks.